And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Golden Eagles of Tokyo taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Lacey finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Now this throw caught left side and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Operating from the gun, Lacey completes this to Addison out left. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Meanwhile, Fields throw pulled in by Moulton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
No loss, no loss. Just, what's right? Extend.
Here's Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They're now 3rd and a yard. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Right the coverage when they saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Fields now to throw. Being chased out left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he works free. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave him a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. They'll get this to Nwangu. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. Looking to throw. Lacy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, Ken. Up.
Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest.
Here we go.
And they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
EQ.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him.
And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there for Minnesota. yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
11. Hey, Ken.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Lacy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. It's Fields swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
From the gun, here's Fields. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 23. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again. Lacy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Reagor, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Lacy. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down, Lacy. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lacy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go, son.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields flushed out right. That is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? as we are back and underway on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive-by-drive.
And all the way in for a touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Back to the air on second down. Lacey, pass complete to Addison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Looking to throw. Lacey. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Lacey. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 55 yards. Now Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Khalil Herbert. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on first down, Lacy. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw again, Lacy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Lacy. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
From his own end zone, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On first down, they'll run with Nwangwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangwu taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lacy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lacy. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Looking to throw. Lacy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight. Come 19. Come 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lacy. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Now it's Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
19 Lions. Hurry, hurry.
To throw on 2nd down. Lacy. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. John Franklin Myers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Lacy. He's got his man quick. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and I think the ball's out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay. 52 yards. And the Golden Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Lacy going underneath. He's got Hockenson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lacy. In trouble, and he's taken down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hey, 551. Hey, can.
Fields. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
On the toss, here's Nwangu. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run now for Nwangu.
There he goes left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else. On second down, here's Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he will dive trying to get the first down, but it looks like he's going to be marked down just short. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level.